last episode, we made it to the hottest place in the entire Sea of Cortez, Bahia Concepcion. This time around, we head north for cooler waters and finally catch a fish along the way. To escape the heat, we got up with the sun and made a short hop north to explore the town of Mulegé. Okay, right behind us there is the mouth of the Santa Rosalia River. We just came up here from Bahia Concepcion. Couldn't take the heat down there no more, so got up bright and early and took off. Anchored right next to us is Ripple. We're just about to take the dinghies up the river and go check out Mulegé. Brenda's actually locking the boat. We haven't locked the boat in 6 months, but since we'll be a ways away, it's probably a good idea.
It's really hot.
We're out of here. From the mouth of the river, it was just a couple miles upstream to where we could leave the dinghies and have easy access to town. Green here. This isn't normal Baja brown. Mulegé is an oasis town, and because of the abundance of water, indigenous people have been coming here for thousands of years. In the mid-1700s, a mission was built and an official town was formed. And quite a few years later, a unique prison was built on the top of the hill, and we were there to check it out. Locked up. It's Viernes. It's like noon. Maybe siesta. This is the old prison. Now it's a museum. Unfortunately, the museum was closed, so we were left to check out the rest of the town. Haven't seen trees in forever. I love it. We love shade. Not sure if we're walking into somebody's house. It's a cool little building. That's fine. The most dangerous thing in Mexico is the sidewalk. We have no fear of getting mugged, but you gotta watch your step. That's Mulegé. Been through the whole thing. Little town. After a quick tour of the town, we were back to the dinghies and headed back downstream. On the way back to the boats, we came across some pretty interesting giant blue jellyfish hanging around the mouth of the river. Pretty cool. Okay, we made it. Got the dinghy hoisted. We're heading to Punta Chivato. Get out of here, this is too wide open. It's supposed to be pretty calm tonight, but we're not going to chance it. So, Punta Chivato, it's 2-3 hours away. It'll be a motor fest. And off we go. Well, we made it to Punta Chivato last night. Well, I guess yesterday afternoon. Not the most dramatic scenery we've ever seen, but it's pretty nice. Because it was nice and cool, relatively. In Bahia Concepcion, I don't think the boat ever dropped, even at night the boat never dropped below 100 degrees. It was an inferno. It's like we were living in an armpit. So, up here, it's cool. The water's a respectable high 70s, instead of down there is in the 90s, which didn't help the boat cool off at all. But for once, We didn't feel like we were gonna die. Nice and cool, relatively.
From Punta Chivato, we were on a mission to catch a fish.
Now we just left Punta Chivato and we're heading north to a different anchorage, which I'm not sure what it is. Can't remember the name, but taking the long route so we can try to catch some fish. Got about a 6-foot swell that's about 4 seconds apart. It's kind of miserable. We're heading for Isla San Marcos. That's this guy right here. We're anchoring over here tonight on that west side. But up here there's a deep underwater ridge and it's supposed to be pretty good for dorado and tuna in the summer.
So, with fish on our mind and a pretty lumpy sea, we took the long road. And then this happened.
We got a fish! That's a dorado.
I have to show Jack how to fish. He's not really quite sure how.
Got a dorado! Yee-hoo! You want me to grab the gaff or you got it?
No, grab the gaff. Or, yeah, I'll probably should gaff it.
Okay.
Got a fish! Caught a dorado!
Nice one.
We caught our first dorado in the Sea of Cortez. The seas are really big and Jeff's trying to fillet our fish. It's quite a challenge.
Best ceviche ever.
Oh, yeah.
Fresh.
Delicious.
Brenda's big kill.
Yeah. Start calling her killer.
Going straight to my belly.
Have a container to hold all that.
I
I
always
only,
made
made
Chicago.
six, I only made 6 cups, yeah.
Or you could leave it.
The next morning, we woke up to a pretty impressive show from a bunch of dolphins hanging around the anchorage at Isla San Marcos.
Got all these dolphins out here. Been out here for like an hour. I think they're rounding up some lunch. Got new neighbors and they're noisy. That's pretty awesome. There's maybe 30 or 40 of them. I think they're bottlenose. Right next to the boat. Pretty cool.
After the big show, we were off to explore.
Going to check out some sea caves. And we're going to go pick up Ben from Ripple.
And we're gonna sweat. Stingrays. Sea cave. Pretty cool. Jeff's not coming in because he's scared of caves. Ben's talking about hiding bodies. Toby likes that.
After hearing Ben tell us that was the perfect place to hide some bodies, we made our way around to the other side of the island. And that's where we found more places to hide some bodies.
We're on Isla San Marcos. And a lot of these islands, even the landscape just as we're sailing by, looks pretty drab and boring. But once you get up close and personal, it's pretty amazing. All the rock formations and colors, can't beat it. And this island's got a ton of caves, which is pretty cool. Lots of good stuff to see. But to see all this good stuff, you gotta get off your boat. So, if you're gonna go cruising in Mexico, and you wanna see some good stuff, you gotta get off your boat. We've met quite a few cruisers who don't really like it down here, which is fine. It's not for everybody. But people who seem to enjoy themselves get off their boat and check stuff out. That's the whole point. You're here to see stuff. Pretty amazing. Get in there, Brenda.
Looks like a bathroom. Garbages in the tub room. You know, washed up.
Yeah. I'm not going in there. It smells in there. Goes back a long ways though. But I'm not going in. I'm too chicken.
Go in there, I'll video you while you're in there. I'll call for Ben if you don't come out. Come on, Ben, you should go in there. You have a phone? Phone for the light, not to call for help. Does it smell like a bathroom?
Empty soda bottles in there.
Ben didn't go in very far. It's kind of freaky.
We spent a few days exploring Isla San Marcos, and then with the changing weather forecast, ran for cover in Santa Rosalia.
Okay, heading to Santa Rosalia. It's pretty easy, 10 miles or so. We sailed for about half the way and then the wind died, so we're motoring. We made it. We're tied to a dock. We haven't been tied to a dock in months. It's kind of nice. I'm gonna go check this place out. Find somewhere with air conditioning.
And that's about it for this episode. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.